table of category. So in the previous movie, we created this database of CMS 4.2.1. So first click on this CMS database, and then you have to specify the name of your table. So I will create a table with the name of category that will have 4 columns. You can also increase or decrease the number of column later if you like, but I think we will have only 4 columns in our table of category. So click on this go button. Now in the first column that you see here, you have to specify the name of your column for each item. So our first column will be our ID, and its type will be int. Int means it will have only numbers. There won't be any characters in our ID, and in the length column I will specify its length would be up to 10 numbers. So in case if we have length more than 10 numbers, our data won't be able to make it to our database. And in most of the cases, we will not have that many IDs in our table. So it would be fine. In the next column that you have to focus is this index one. So click on this index, select primary key. So this primary key will help us to update our category later or delete our category. So by making it primary, we are saying to our database that this ID column would be unique. There won't be any duplicate entries in the ID column. Click on go. Now here you can see auto incremented. So also tick this auto increment because we will not add the ID manually by ourselves. We will make it automatic so that whenever some category entered in our table of category, it will have automated ID. The next column is name of the category, or you can call it title. So I will call it title, and its type would be varchar. So it will have numbers and also characters as well. And the length of our category would be limited to, let's say, 50 characters only, and you don't have to mark any more column from here. The third column will be the author of our category, the person who is creating this category via CMS, and its type would be varchar as well. And author name, let's make it up to 50 characters, I think would be fine. The last column will be date and time, the time and date when our author is going to create this category. So specifying our date and time here, its type would be varchar as well, and it will be up to 50 characters as well. You can also change the title of category more than 50. It's completely up to you, but I will stick with only 51. Now we have made this table, and if I just click on this save button, now we have created this table of category. And also all of the column name, ID, title, author, date and time are in the lower form. Also the name of this table category is in the lower form. So be sure when you are creating your table that which type of style you are choosing, because if you are not sure or mention the wrong column name in your script later, it won't going to enter the data in the database. So now we created this category table. So back to my editor. Now in order to work with this table, first of all we have to bring this database to our script. We already created a connection in this file of db.php in the previous movie. So now we can simply include this file in categories.php, and we can use this connecting db variable to work with database. So now in categories.php file, first starting one PHP scope that will require this db.php. So I'm using the function require underscore once that will require this db.php file one time. So this file is inside this includes folder. So first mention this includes folder, then go for db.php file and semicolon right here. So now we included this file of db.php. It means that we can use this connecting db variable. Now in categories.php file to insert our data in our database, and also we can fetch our data from our database later.